Hey there everybody, coming at you today with a real quick recommendation. I'm very excited. There are certain times in the year when things catch your attention, you know it's coming up, and you look forward to it, and when it happens you're just excited it's coming. And so to me this is almost like Christmas to a kid, or Halloween or something like that, but no, it's the second season of the History Channel show Alone. And so if you're not familiar with the series Alone, I strongly suggest you check it out. Go to the historychannel.com and take a quick look around at the series Alone. If you are watching my channel, chances are that you are an outdoor enthusiast. You probably like survival, bushcraft, hiking, camping, all the skills associated with that. And so if that's what you're into, this show should be a treat for you. So anyway, last year was season 1. I've spent countless hours watching YouTube videos, and at this point I'm making them myself. And one of the guys last year, Robinette from Robinette Bushcraft, was on the show, and it was really cool to see guys that, they're pretty typical guys, but they obviously have skills, and they're going into these ridiculous wilderness applications and trying to survive and to really push their limits. And so I was excited to see that Joe was on that show for the first season, and I'm not going to spoil anything for you. If you're going to get into it and watch it, you should certainly go on to thehistorychannel.com and check out what happens. But a couple of other guys that really caught my attention were Mitch Mitchell and Lucas Miller. Now, Lucas Miller had just a really incredible, strong personality in terms of the will and the drive to always stay busy, always keep improving his situation. He was very creative and crafty and coming up with impromptu ideas about how he could actually solve his problems. And so it's something that, if you're interested in this stuff, I think you'll relate to it. It's actually incredible what he pulled off. And Mitch Mitchell is a primitive skills instructor, and he had some of these like real deep-rooted primitive ideas on how he could make fire, and it pretty much saved him, and how he'd approach catching fish and finding food and water. And so another great resource to watch and understand how these guys have been able to survive in a pretty ridiculous environment. So coming into season 2, I'm getting my eyes real quick on who I think's going to be the strong contenders. And so I've started developing thoughts about who that might be. Now, if you're watching this right as I shoot it, basically there's already been one show in season 2. They pretty much went through a selection process to pick the 10 cast members who are going to be on the island. It's Vancouver Island. And so at this point they've selected the 10. And so I've had a quick look at these guys, trying to make some predictions here right off the get-go. One of my favorites, and who I hope will be in for the long haul, is Larry Roberts. Now, Larry Roberts is another YouTube personality. I've watched dozens of his videos over the past few years. He's tied in with thegauntlet.tv, which is a review circuit for different gear, knives, and whatnot. And he's kind of in a niche group of guys that are really making a name for themselves. And so I spend a lot of time watching those YouTube channels and those guys' YouTube videos. And so to see Larry show up on this is pretty cool. So I hope to see him towards the end, but I guess you never know what's going to happen. And the other guy that's kind of sticking out in my mind is Mike Lowe. Mike looks like he's been through a lot, seen a lot of different scenarios, has some pretty good tricks up his sleeve, hopefully, and so it should make things interesting. So my prediction, as of today, after the original 10 members have been selected, and actually this is before the true season 2 premiere, is Mike Lowe and Larry Roberts. So, you know, I guess we'll see what happens. It's, you know, like season 1. It all depends on a number of things. The factors of where their site is situated, what natural resources they have near them, their ability to find clean water. The wildlife is just a massive X factor. I mean, you could have the absolute best site and all the skills in the world, but the wildlife that is present is just ridiculous. So anyway, to wrap it up, guys, very high recommendation. Check out Alone on the History Channel. I think if you're watching my channel, this is right up your alley. I think you'll love it. You know, let me know what you think. So I'm going to be watching every week. I try to keep up with it, and so you know, shoot your comments over and you know, get a little dialogue going. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy that, and just a little heads up for you. So take care. I'll see you soon.